we're live.
We're live this time for sure.
I think
No,
so. I don't know. Can somebody tell
I
me in the
don't want to.
chat?
I don't want to shame Jen, but we just talked for a few minutes, and then we figured out we were
I don't
actually
even
not
know if
live.
we're live actually or not.
I think we are now. It's looking
Okay.
good. It's
I
looking good.
pressed
I can see
start.
it.
Can somebody
It's
tell
okay,
me
Jen.
if we're live?
We're live. It
It's
was
not
super
showing
early in the
live on
morning.
my phone. I hate this.
Give it a few seconds. Give it a few seconds. It will be there.
What's up, everybody? A bit of an
There's a
echo.
bit of an
It was
echo.
probably from my. How is this? Is this still echoing?
Thanks, Joseph.
I don't know. I don't know if the
It,
echo is because I'm putting on Zoom and my mic. So if it's still echoing, tell me and I'll try something. We can troubleshoot on stream. That's good pod, right? Ah,
so it's really early for Jen, and it's really late for me. And England just lost the Euros, so cast.
also,
Although
okay.
it was good we lost the Euros, because if we had continued with our equalizer, we would have gone into extra time and you all would have had to hear football in the background, which is an annoying noise at the best of times.
I don't know. That might be good pod.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon? I don't know. It's an emotional roller coaster from our country.
I think that the worst thing would be that other people would be watching it, so they might not turn us on. But speaking of which, should tell people that we're live, shouldn't we?
That's true. But I think most people wanted Spain to win. England is not a particularly popular team in Europe, is the feeling I get. Or at least maybe that's just because the rest of the United Kingdom, for sure, Scotland, etc., wanted Spain to win.
Yeah, I have no idea about any of that.
It's
I don't
friends
mind
and enemies.
soccer, but I mean we've gone through this discussion well, I haven't as much, but the discussion has been had many times. But just the the acting just
Oh, you mean when they fall on the floor and
yeah.
try to get a penalty?
Yeah, I thought of a mahjong analogy, but I don't think I should
Yeah.
use it.
I think you get that less nowadays because of the VAR. I certainly think. I didn't see much in this Euros, to be honest. I didn't think it was too bad, personally. But hey, it's over now, and we're back on mahjong.
Yeah,
So
anyway, I'm not sure I could watch it here, but anyway, yeah. We
yeah,
watched the World Cup.
Jen has had a hardcore mahjong weekend. Tell us about your hardcore mahjong weekend.
Well, we did the Yukon Fuji commentary, and
Yeah,
personally, for me, it was amazing. This is like
yeah, it
something
was.
we've wanted to do for so long. I've just been like years and years and years, and it's the first time that we're doing a full pro series with English commentary. We've done the WRC final tables before, and WRC online final tables.
Mm.
But that's about it. And for professional game English commentary. There was another one that they put up sometime that had no professional commentators, and that was weird, and I don't know why they even did that. But we made our own, and it was so good. And it was you and me, and we had tips and tricks, and Korak and
Tips and
Cairo.
tricks is just one person, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know, like the way you said it was like tips and tricks. No, it's tips and tricks.
Yeah,
One
tips and
person.
tricks. And Cairo and also Nathaniel from Armel. And
Yeah, so
all of them
Cora,
are
yeah.
so experienced that they made it so easy to set up, and it was really good, I think. And you can watch it on the lives are still up there. So after that, on Saturday, we had it 2 days. On Saturday morning, I did that, and and then I went to Pro Queen. Like, I had to basically just get ready for Pro Queen because my kid, of course, woke up. So with all the prep and everything, I had no sleep. And then I went to Pro Queen, and I actually did really well, except for the game 3. Game 3 for me is always a dumpster fire. I can never win game 3. I
Okay,
always
interesting.
have huge negatives in game 3.
Uh-huh.
And it was the only game where I really felt like I had mistakes.
Mm.
So, yeah, actually, I felt like I did well, and I had some like interesting like times when it was like South 3, and I calculated how much I needed to take over first place, and I made the hand, and even though there was a reach, you know, I calculated the return for this puts me in first place, so blah blah blah, and so it felt good. And then I came home and played ROTL, and I got first place only.
WROTL? Is that what we're calling it now?
We're calling
ROTL?
it, yeah, the W is silent in case you, it's like wrong, or,
Yeah.
but
ROTL.
yeah, it's ROTL. WROTL.
I'm not sure what ROTL sounds like to me. It sounds like a part of a car that you never knew existed, but it's really important. Like, oh yeah, the ROTL's broken. You're gonna need a new ROTL.
I mean,
That's what it sounds like.
that's probably. No, that's definitely not applicable. ROTL is not broken. Yeah, my last game was first place. The last game that I finished after 3 a.m. JST. So that's my first game of my 20-game streak. I just started.
So you're starting your streak now. That's great to know. Yeah. Yeah, so I think this was my second, like, so this second session was my first time playing, because the first session I was so exhausted after doing all the organizing and making sure everyone was in the right place that I just crashed out. So this was my first time playing, and yeah, miserable results, like really miserable. I was kind of heartened to go onto Twitter and see that everyone else was as miserable as me, or at least the tweets I saw. Everyone was like, yeah, whose bright idea was it to invite so many really strong players to come and kick our asses? That's what I need to know now, because I am in a bad place. I think I got fourth, third, fourth, and then I got a first before I decided I had to quit for the day. So I'm also starting my streak on my first place. But yeah, like the quality, and I would like to say that's not just what some of my comments, most of my comments are not just limited to the Japanese professionals, but there were a lot of strong non-Japanese players that I played against. So if you were sat on my table, you were one of them. Like the quality and the skill level is just phenomenal. Like, I think if you're struggling now, you shouldn't take that as a negative. I think that this is just a crazy high skill play environment. And I was really feeling quite negative yesterday about it all. And so I started to rationalize it. Well, actually, this is the start of a journey. This is super hard now, but if I can get to the end of October and go, well, actually, I'm starting to meet their level, then this is going to be a positive experience for me, is what I'm telling myself. So that's what I'm telling myself.
No, I think that this high level like play league is something that we've been wanting in the international community. So I think it's amazing.
I think the problem is, like you're stuck in, well, you're not stuck. You're like playing with your regular group of friends, and you all sort of get into a vibe. I can kind of anticipate what people are doing, and I kind of see what's going on, and I can play around it, and I feel in control. And then you enter a field like this, and all of that confidence, all of that self-belief is immediately crushed. No? I'd like your take on this, Jen, because obviously you're sort of playing in these environments a lot more. You have these opportunities a lot more than myself.
Well, I think like we had the pro video, where we like, not the announcement, but the follow up to the announcement. Where it said, "What does it mean to be a pro?" And Yoei Hirano had that amazing quote that you become a pro because you want to be beat. Right.
Yeah.
So the way that you become top in the field is by playing against top in the field. And
yeah.
I think that we're getting there with this league. And I think that we have a lot of international players proving that they're already there, and they just needed the stage, basically.
Yeah, no, I think, you do have to have kind of sadomasochistic tendencies to really want to keep in Mahjong. Because, you're right. If you want to get good, you have to get beaten over and over and over and over again before you can start to find that purchase, before you can start to make those points happen. It's tough. So if you're sitting there going like, oh, I can't do this, why is this not working? Don't despair. It is tough. It's really tough, this field.
It's tough, and also, but one of the great things about having this online is not only that so many people, I mean, this is the biggest pro am league ever. in history, I think. It's not only that, it's also you can plug your games into Naga. You can plug your games into Naga, you can review, you can... Dude, on my stream, I put up a review thing. I never review hands because I was like, I don't know. But yeah, you can review the hands. You have the hand history right there. So we don't have that for normal Pro-Ama leagues because they're live, right? And we don't take hand histories for every single hand or for every single game. Usually it's only like finals and stuff. So
that's a really interesting angle. I hadn't thought about this. You're basically able to gather some very detailed results about your play style to really analyze it. I hadn't thought about that at all, Jen. That's a really interesting
I mean, yeah, most people play online,
angle.
so they have that. It's already built into their, software and everything, but
you might not necessarily be playing at a high level field, right? Like,
yeah, you have different, random opponents. And this time you're going to probably meet other opponents because you're going to definitely have the same groups in the future as well. So yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
And I'm plugging my hands into Naga as well.
See, Jen does it too. I'm a little bit of a Luddite. I don't entirely believe in the AI, so
no, I don't think you have to believe in it, but it's definitely gotten to the point where it's a helpful tool to look for other options.
It is. That's very true.
So,
to identify gaps or areas where you could make different considerations, it is really a very useful tool for that.
Yeah. So, and I know, like, I think Sayaka Okada, I think she uses Naga to study a lot. So even an M-Leaguer uses it. Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Yeah.
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 So, we'll get into, we don't have the week 2 results yet. I know that we have, like, some... in the Discord and stuff, some people, the one that everybody has been talking about is Carolina. Carolina?
Oh, Carolina?
Carolina, sorry. Use the American pronunciation. Carolina plus around...
She's not a state.
Yeah. Okay, but we do have the name Carolina.
You said Carolina as well.
Yeah, okay, Carolina.
Wow. Okay.
Is around plus 200. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, that's a start. Okay, that's a start.
Amazing.
Yeah, so...
Where's Carolina from? I'm not...
there's 2 Carolinas. Oh, no, because we're doing it on the... Okay, wait a minute, I can work this out. Give me a second. Not sure if I know exactly where. I'm not, because I didn't collect people's countries, which maybe was an error now. Thinking about it. So, I think Carolina is from France. I'd say France. Which is probably why I want to go for the French pronunciation.
We were really busy with things, so we could be more prepared.
Yeah, so I think that's, do you know what? I'll start the debrief now. This is the post-mortem. There are some things I should have done better. One of them was collect country flags from people. And secondly, the results. I think a few people mentioned in the Discord that we need the results separated for the WRC teams because, of course,
I mean, I think that will happen.
Exclusive prize groups.
Yeah, I know that usually they have a filter that they can turn on and off. So I imagine that will happen.
Yeah, I just need access to that spreadsheet. I think, but it's a little bit manual, I think, and this is the sort of thing again. We're gonna have to kind of learn as we go, because the event, I mean, Jenn was there at the start. The event really took on a life of its own. So some of the systems we intended to use that were manual and wouldn't be too bad suddenly became overwhelmed by the sheer number of people. So automating these processes, like the standings, is going to have to be a priority as we move forward. So sorry, guys, I can only apologize, but we'll improve. We'll get better.
We'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah. From 3010, yeah. So Carolina is,
From the
Swiss. Was it Swiss? Oh no. No. I'm an island nation.
It's okay. They haven't
I
submitted.
apologize.
She's from the Foodie 10 team.
Yeah, the
Oh,
310
Canada?
team.
Carolina's from. Oh, wait.
Oh, Canada. Oh, I can't even read
Oh, is that my
I
friend
can't
that I
even read
didn't.
flags. Oh my god. It's
I think
I
maybe I
apologize
know
now.
her only by her handle and I didn't know her real name.
I'm talking about Carolina. I apologize. I'm sorry. I suck.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe the top one of the was the top team the Snake Shack for the first week?
I had it here and I've lost it. So for the first week on the top teams, Red and White Dragons, is that one of ours? Again, we need to get them colored up, don't we?
I noticed.
And searchable.
Yeah, Snake Shack
That's
was
nice.
really high on
Chombo Club.
Oh, Chombo
Bozos
Club,
is
okay.
one of us, and they're at 27.
Ooh, okay. Chombo Club. I don't think like Chombo. If you're watching, like fill out the bio sheet.
Yeah.
I don't think I have the
Chombo. So Bozos is number 27. Chombo Club is 37. Snake Shack is 38. Pretty 10 years at 42, probably.
Oh, Chombo Club did fill out. Okay. Hold on. Oh, we can talk about Chombo Club for a minute. Is
Let's
this a
talk
club
about
that
Chombo
you know?
Club. No.
Okay. I have info on Chombo Club. Chombo Club is Olsen, Misuya, Doko, and 5-0-tich. I don't know how to read this. 5-Zlotich. Sorry. But it's a European team, so you definitely should know that.
Yeah. Doku
Yep. Doku.
and Olsen.
Yes.
And do you know what? Curious factoid, they were the first team to register, so
Oh, awesome.
maybe they got the karma by registering so quickly.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're all really, really high-ranked EMA tournament players, it sounds like. We have their logo is transparent, so it's kind of like on top of us, but yeah, but Olsen and Misi have actually only been playing about 2 years online and only 1 year live.
Wow.
Doku is far more experienced with 12 years, and 5 Zlotys is 4 years.
I'm gonna go ahead and guess that the 5 is hiding an S. So slottish.
Oh, that would make sense, yeah. Oh, so it's
Yeah.
like isn't that a Polish spelling? SZ. SZ is usually Polish, I thought. Is it Polish? No. Hungarian? Hungarian. Usually the SZ is like maybe not. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I thought that was
I feel like we're telling this is the Gemma and Jenn know nothing about the world. Zloty. Okay, let's go with Zloty.
everybody is so Zloty is okay. Okay, thank you. But okay, what's the SZ is? You see it so often. Where do you usually see it? There's one in the air. Okay, just this is such a terrible pod. I'm sorry, you guys. It is Polish. It's a Polish team. God, you made me doubt myself, Gemma.
You're one of the film. I did not make you doubt yourself.
You
I just
did.
didn't.
It only
I was in my own ignorance. Okay, I wasn't gonna double down on my ignorance.
Do you know what it takes to make me doubt myself? Is somebody saying, that's it.
You're screwed in Japan. I think that's the answer to most things, or maybe the answer to most things when I say something.
Okay, at Pro Queen, I won a hand and I said Nisen Yosen. And then Ayuchi, who is a good friend from Kyokai, you've also spoken to her before. She's from the city I live in. And her parents have like a Japanese... she's playing in the WROTL as well. Her parents have a Japanese sweets shop. And so like I go there and buy Japanese sweets, so I see her parents and everything. Like someone I know really well, I went to Nisen Yosen, she goes, oh, and I'm like, oh wait, okay, what? And she's like, oh no, it's fine. I did it on the the Ikusa broadcast. I won a hand and I said, 2600 won. And they wouldn't pay. They were just like staring at me, and I said, "Ah, ごめん, 2000 won." I said like 2600 all, and they wouldn't pay. So I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, 2000 all." And then they paid, right? And then the one guy on my left, he's like, oh, it was 2600, wasn't it? And this is like on the broadcast table. That's all it takes. All it takes to make me doubt myself is somebody not paying or.
Now you're describing why I hate scoring.
But
it's not the actual calculation, it's the saying it and waiting for that judgment to come back. Because as you said, yeah, you can say it and then they're like, really? Is that sure that's a manga? And you're like, maybe?
Yes, it's a fully Polish team.
Well, thank you, Poland, for supporting us so quickly, because when I made the announcement, I was worried that I wasn't sure how it would land, and thank you, Chombo Club.
And they actually have a mascot. And hold on, I'll get it into the thing. So vamp for a second.
Vamp for a second.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, Chombo Club. The only thing is like, Chombo, did you spell it with an M or an N? If you spelled it with an M, I love you forever. If you spelled it with an N, I might not love. Oh, you spelled it with an M. That's good. That's good vibes right there. My spicy take on things is that if you spell it with an N, inevitably people pronounce it less well than if you'd have put an M in there. Like, I know it's the more archaic form of doing the romanization, but it just has better outcomes. It's the same with Tenpai, right? If you have an N, if you spell it Tenpai, inevitably you hear people saying 10 pie. And you're like, 10 pies? You can't eat 10 pies.
Okay, the only thing I have with the reason I prefer M for Tenpai is because tempura, I mean, besides the linguistic
there you go,
reasons,
tempura is another great one, yes.
The linguistic reasons, it's, like the consonant where your lips touch, then it's an M. The pronunciation is an M. And so I know people who don't have to say it out loud. It seems like it should be an N just because N is N, but linguistically, okay. Besides that, tempura. Tempura is M.
Tempura, exactly. No one's going to start spelling tempura as T-E-N. Yeah. Like tempura.
So that's my go-to.
I think the problem is if it's an N, as you said, because an M, you just merge it into the B where it should be. If it's an N, yeah.
I mean, I went with the N so in the big project that I'm doing, I went with an N, but I hated it.
Now you can see why me and the WRC team do not always align, because only the WRC uses the N.
Yeah.
I've not managed to convince everyone that they're wrong.
I wonder if I can just drag this in. I can. Look at this. This is their mascot, Hatsumi. And she has the same hat as their Hatsu. Very cute. This is the Chombo Club mascot. Can you not see it?
No, give me a second. Yeah, I'm not gonna promise.
I guess it's better if I share.
Oh, it's cute. Oh, she is cute.
Yeah. I got it up. This is a relaxed show. It's not a. The Yukon Fuji was very professional. We had everything ready, and this is just you and me chatting. We're enjoying. So
it's just Jenn and Gemma derailing constantly. Jazza has a great point to make though, and I want to pick that out. All of the rankings, and I don't want to undermine people doing really well. And you're having a great start, but until people start to get the 20 games in, it doesn't really matter so much, right? And then you're going to see a lot of movement as more people get their 20 games in. Suddenly things are going to start moving very quickly, because then people want to be extending their streaks and they'll start moving up quickly. I think it's almost a little bit premature to be worrying too much about your standings. Just keep going forward in the right direction. If you're at number whatever, I think it's 37 somewhere you're on. If you're at 37 now and next week you're at 40, 50, I just don't think it matters. Wait until all your team have got their 20 games in.
Also, I wanted to, so the Chombo Club, the reason they decided to play in WROTL They said being competitive, we wanted to try our best at playing with the pros, and it was also a great opportunity to play with other strong players, which isn't always a given, which is what we were talking about. So that's great to hear. Thank you. And they're part of
But
the
you're not doing the advice we give you, which is just to get beaten. So
no, they're doing the beating. They're providing.
They're providing the beating. Oh, thank you, Chombo Club.
Yeah.
You're basically working.
Yep, they're providing a service for us, and they're from the Krakow Chombo Club. So
Okay.
I don't know if I pronounced that correct either. I don't know how to pronounce Polish. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it's Krakow. I think it's Krakow.
Oh yeah, the W's are V's, and
but again, not a Polish speaker.
okay, but
I'd
let's
like to go
also
to Poland,
talk
but yeah.
about Snake Shack. Snake Shack, of
You
course, named
like
after
their
me.
logo. Yeah, you
It's
like their
very
logo.
cute.
It is a cute logo.
It's a Naga
Do they have-
burger.
Do they have Shake Shack now in Japan? Because I remember they had that pop up for a
Yeah, we
while.
have Shake Shack. Yeah. No.
Oh,
The
okay.
pop-ups that they have recently are the In and Out.
Okay.
Yeah, the Shake Shack has been around for a while.
Yeah, it's surprising.
At least 5 years. I think.
Information is like Japan has a ridiculous number of American burger joints for my image of Japan. But all of those burger joints are far superior than their versions in America. Like McDonald's is really edible in Japan. Like it's good.
I have McDonald's way more than I would like to admit. I'm admitting it
It's
now,
not.
right
It's
now.
not
right
nutritious, Jen. It's not nutritious. But it's it's
here. No,
perfectly
the
good
US
food.
one might be a little bit more nutritious because they started having to offer like nutritious, like apple wedges and stuff like that. So here, the option that they have, the nutritious option for Happy Meals that they have is Happy Sets. Sorry, they're called Happy Setto. Is edamame and corn.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
And they also offer yogurt. You can get yogurt as well instead.
Yeah. I mean, they've done the same here in the UK. Like, yeah, you get apple wedges or salads or
Yeah,
pineapple.
the salad
yeah.
for the grown-ups is pretty sad, I'll say, in Japan. But
I was about to say it is a sad salad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But to be honest, when you're eating a salad out of a plastic milkshake cup, I don't think you can make that better.
oh,
in
they
any
have
way,
like
shape,
so
or
they
form.
have like the Chinese takeout style, almost cardboard, not cardboard, cardstock.
Yeah.
Base. Like that's what they're
Yeah.
using now. It was in plastic until a couple months ago.
Okay. Yeah.
We can't do plastic
s-
now, and they have wooden forks.
But Snake Shack
Yeah,
obviously
Snake
took
Shack.
the Naga, and I don't know whether they're big Shake Shack fans. I'd be fascinated to find out. Or was it just serendipity? They were like, why not? Be interested to know whether they really like Shake Shack burgers because they're all right.
Well, Snake
They're not
Shack is like it's a group. I don't know if they actually like Shake Shack or if it just sounded good with the.
I mean,
'cause
to
they're
be
using
fair,
snakes.
when you make this logo with the stick in the middle, I mean, it looks pretty great. I would start eating Shake Shack on the back of this.
But they're really studious, like really analytical, really studious team. I think they've been playing. All of them have been playing for 4 or 5 years. It's Sylveon. I think that's correct. Navitas. Navitas, even like he shows up on my stream also because we practice together a lot.
Yeah, he's a strong player.
Yeah, and he has his own stream that's really analytical. Chunman and Buen. So they're all like really analytical. They're constantly on Discord, like sharing analysis and translations of strategies and things like that. Like, basically, I learn from them.
Okay.
So
guys,
yeah,
if
5
you
years
need
is
another
shorter, but they're
student-
so into it. Like, yeah.
If you need another student, I need some help at the moment.
Yeah, so they wanted to. Well, Sylvian said it was the one that got everyone together for this team. And Sylvian's like me. He's like, he doesn't play ladder ranked much, but will you be on my team? Which is basically how I found my team as well. Like,
Oh, they all
I'm
ate
not very
together
good for
at the
Demon
actual
Slayer.
Shake Shack when they were at the Riichi Open a few
Oh,
weeks
okay,
ago.
okay.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, yeah, they
But Shake
definitely.
Shack is that Shake Shack a West Coast thing and it's moved East Coast? I feel like I mean
I
again
thought
I
it
might
was
be
the
just making stuff
opposite.
up.
I
Oh,
think,
really?
yeah, I'm not sure. It wasn't in Seattle when I was there for sure.
I think the problem is every time any new American burger place comes to the UK, they kind of sell themselves as California because
I mean, it might
that's
have been, but
sexy for us,
yeah,
like
I don't really know.
New York's not exotic enough for us, they look a little bit European there. So, we like to imagine sun, and if I'm eating the burger, maybe I'm sitting in the sun. I don't know. When really it just rains here constantly, like Seattle.
Man, I miss the rain. It's so hot. Okay. Um, yeah, so
Oh, it is an East Coast thing. Thank you, Jess. I've been educated.
I was right. I got two right so far this stream. Poland and yeah,
I
okay.
feel like the second one is cheating though, because it's your country.
Okay, but it was
Yeah.
it was. I mean, I had never heard of it when I lived there, so
Yeah.
I don't know when it started, but I haven't lived there in 23 years. Okay.
A long time, right?
So the ROTL team was put together by Sylveon, but Snake Shack itself, which isn't just a team, like I said, it's like an analytical group, online club, that was actually created by Navitas.
Okay.
And yeah, I think it's been expanding lately, because before it was really private, like really, it seems like it's expanding, more people are interested, and yeah, and like I said, I really like the group.
That's
And
great.
yeah, and they also wanted to face strong players and pros. And the prizes were good, and the format is heavily rewards consistency and skills, so that's good as well. I mean, it's a really
Yeah.
a long game, right? So I
I
mean,
I
just by like necessity, most tournaments are very short, and don't let you exhibit your long game. So yeah, I think they felt like the
exactly.
format was really good for their group.
I far I I just prefer this format heavily. Like I really, those kind of exhibition events, as you said, where like maybe there's a scramble for like 5 to 10 games, and then they start cutoffs. I just feel like the impact of luck on your game is just too severe.
Yeah,
So
I definitely need the luck.
I mean, it depends what sort of play. I mean, obviously, I go to EMA events, which are 2-day events. They typically are, 8-hand champ, and sometimes I do really well. But can I say that I've really managed to show how good I am, or was that just I was having a good weekend? So that's kind of what I'm hoping for this, at least. I've not had a great start, but that's okay. It's only 4 games, right? Let's say I've got 3 bad results out of 20. It's not a big deal then, is it?
No.
But if you have 3 bad results out of 8, well, now I'm crying into my beer in the evening.
Oh, Sylveon says everyone is welcome to join Snake Shack. So I think you can find Sylveon on the WRC Discord, which is linked in the description. So if you're really interested in this sort of analytical take on the game and study the method, then maybe you should message Sylveon in the Discord. I'm sorry, I just like volunteered that for you, but don't spam him with DMs. Just
Yeah, I was
maybe
about to say
message
enjoy
it
your
in.
DM, Sylveon.
Yeah, were there any other teams that really stood out to you? And
Let me have a look. I said it's difficult without the second session.
yeah, unfortunately, our wrap up is gonna be like a week delayed. When we get to the end,
Yeah.
maybe we'll change the broadcast to a day later. But
And also, I really, really need to be given this in a searchable format. I guess my team, I can't even see my team on the standings, which is disappointing. I'm not sure whether it's because I didn't play in the first session, maybe. Or maybe they were just like, oh no, here I am. 198 out of 212. So Mahjong Euroforce is not much of a force right now. So we've got a way to go. Yeah. But you know what? I feel good. Actually, this is so I really like the psychology of mahjong, right? So this is where I'd prefer to be. I prefer to do the losing and be the underdog that comes up. I can't stand doing really well at the beginning and then watching a steady decline. That's the worst. I like to, the only way is up, right? I play well from that situation.
Yeah, then you
Um,
like feel like you can take the risks that you're afraid to
yeah,
take when you're ahead.
exactly. And I love the analysis and I love the Naga. I love all of that, but the psychology of mahjong is really what elevates it up and over, right? The whole meta of the game. Um, I don't want to bring flow into it because it's too controversial a topic. However, winning that cheap hand to get the psychological advantage back, those are the sort of game-changing moments I love about mahjong. And you just don't get that in other games, right? You just don't get that. Maybe in poker, but poker's maybe more on the psychology, too much on the psychology for my liking. Jen loves poker. So um yeah, that's and you're playing against the other people as well, right? So it's not just the psychology, in chess where you're just against one, it's binary. Or other, card games and stuff. There's a lot of card games where it's a binary equation. It's mahjong, and the psychology of all four people is constantly changing through the hand chain, which is again why I don't really like East only games. I don't think you have enough time to really sort of bed yourself in to how the game is going, how the flow is going, how people are feeling, and how you can find a way to sort of get one up on them. I feel like I'm starting to sound like a psychopath though, so you can stop me now.
No, it's very good because I was trying to pull up this clip from Curly. So, in the Discord, we now have a highlights section, which will be helpful in the future wrap up.
Yep.
And I think also maybe we'll have some guests eventually in the wrap up shows, so you don't have to hear us be silly all the time.
So I just want to Nicholas, if there is not a Google Sheet or web thing, I need to get that for you. I need to send some messages over and make sure we have access to, as you said, a searchable Excel Google Sheet file of the standings because at the moment it's not ideal. Red and White Dragons are an overseas team. I'm sorry, I didn't see them immediately.
I
Oh,
wonder
you're
if you
quite
guys
right.
would forgive me for
Uh,
like
do you
testing.
know what?
Oh no, it's on the screen. No, no,
Do you know
no, no, no.
I know I know the Red and White Dragons people. Those people are super, super, super strong. And I don't want to out them because I'm not sure if they've submitted their form. But their flag colors and the colors of the dragons are a giveaway. I'll just say that.
Oh, wait, this isn't
Uh,
right.
Jen is desperately handling that. But yeah, sorry, Nicholas. I will try to. That's on the top of my priority list next week. I have to wait until people are back in the office. Kiral says, a 20 game streak requires you're guaranteed to feel that pressure eventually. Yes, Kiral. And that's when I choke. That's when I'll choke. I'll have a really good streak, and then at least with this format, you can't go down, right? So at least I can't detriment myself. However, yeah, I will be looking, well, if I could just get another first or a better first, then maybe I can keep pushing myself up. I really want to win my own prizes back, apparently. So, but me and Chirel played in the Australian Riichi Mahjong Association team event. And so Chirel has had evidence of my choking under pressure as a fellow team member, and it's fairly ugly. Yeah.
Okay, I wonder
BCDV.
if this is best for me to do like a screen share for you. It might be hard for everyone to see, but let's just try that.
BCDV are
Because
also an
otherwise you won't
overseas
be able
team.
to see it. So let's see. And oh, you
Yo,
haven't given me
one of
permission.
oh, okay. One of Chirel's team members got a Yakuman, so that's exciting. Why is it not letting me do that? Right.
Oh no,
So there's
there's some
multiple. Right.
sound
Okay.
coming from somewhere, and I don't know where it's coming from.
Where is it? How many participants? Who can share? You should be able to share.
Hold on, maybe I turn off studio. Okay, it's disappeared. I can share now?
Yeah.
Okay. This
Yeah,
one.
Bozos we've already mentioned. BCDV is also a top. They're number 11, right? Yeah, we need to do better on our standings. I'm gonna take that way as an action point.
Okay, so we have this hand from Curly. I muted the sound because he said there's swearing. This is his take on playing against pros. Yeah, it's linked in the whatchamacallit. Is this being shared on OBS?
No.
Oh, it's not. Crap.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to figure that out. Just 1 second. Just 1 second. We're in a like dark place right now. It will be this one. Not quite that one. Not quite that one. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, maybe I can just share my. Okay, we'll just do this. No, why? Where is it? Sorry, guys. I can just share the video. There we go. This one should work. No? Oh, I know why. Just a second. Sorry.
Forgive you, Jen. Emma.
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible. Is this
What's
one?
your team name? What's your
It's
team name,
this
Jen?
one. Mine is called Team Ayen Kien, which means like kind of serendipitous. We'll figure this out. Hi everyone, I'm learning how to use OBS. There we go. Okay, you can see it, right? Now everybody can see it at the same time. Thank you, Curly, for submitting. What is going on here? Curly is Riichi, waiting for the 2 and the 3 deals into Kokushi. Oh no. Poor Curly.
Hey, at least there is bankruptcy, right?
Just get their hand over with.
Yeah, just make it go away. Like, oh, I hate it when you throw into something like that, and then they're like, "Oh well, I guess you've got about 8 more hands minimum to play." Really?
Okay, now let's see if I can get us back on the screen. Shouldn't be too traumatic. I just have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying. Ideally, we have somebody else to like do all this for us, and I can just talk. But someday.
We'll work on this. Yeah, poor Curly.
Not today.
But Curly is a quite a big Twitch streamer now for Mahjong, right? So go and search for Curly. I don't have their Twitch handle straight away, but there's I think another thing I've really been enjoying is how many people are sharing their games.
Yeah. And now that we added the highlights channel, so it should be easier to keep all that in one spot and easier for me to prepare for the show. I'm sorry.
And it can be the good things as well, not just the deal-ins, the Kokushis. We don't restrict it to Kokushi deal-ins.
There was some good. Yeah, definitely share you can brag. It's okay to brag.
Yeah, you should brag. Like, if you're getting... The problem is, I think, with the highlights sort of stuff, people kind of just go, well, I got a Yakuman, so I'm going to share that. But actually, if you had one of those moments where you managed to change a 4th place into a 2nd place, those, I think, are the real highlights, right? Those are where you've really had to hold your nerve. I mean, often Yakuman, they just kind of happen at you, right? Like, the hand plays itself. You're kind of a passenger to the Mahjong at that point. But if you manage to really play a good game and you that last hand on the Auras is wonderful, and you manage to switch up to 2nd place or even first from 4th, those are the real highlights in my opinion. And overlapping information, if you are interested in amazing Aurases, you should at least watch the Yukan Fuji commentary for the 1st and 2nd games we did, because those were 2 amazingly different Auras hands, but just fascinating to watch and commentate on. So go back and look at the VODs, and even if you have to just skip through to the Auras, and I'll forgive you. They're really interesting.
The first one was Jenn and Tips, and the second one was Gemma and Tips.
I'm not just picking up all of the commentators were great, but it was because I'd watched that first Audace, and it was unusual because despite being tenpai, she called no ten, which is an unusual thing to see anyway, I think.
Yeah, and these were very strategic and important.
Exactly. And then the next Audace was also really, it's crazy interesting. So, if you want to highlight that Gemma's going to get really excited about, send me an Audace where the point differences just completely change. I want those ones. And not because you got a Yakuman, because we all know the Yakumans play themselves.
Yeah, speaking of Yakuman, Light Pink Yoshi also dealt into Kokushi, into one of Kairo's teammates. So we all know Light Pink Yoshi. Max and Kairo said he thanked Yoshi personally. Poor Max. Oh no. Just rubbing salt in the wound, Kairo. Jesus.
I think the only way to thank them is like a bottle of wine, to be honest.
It's brutal, but we know that they're good friends, so hopefully it's all in good fun. I think there was a Yakuman on my table as well. I did get Yakuman in Pro Queen yesterday. That felt good. When I was kind of folding.
I can't. Oh, really? One of those, huh?
Yeah. When you have all triples and you don't have that many safe tiles, so you're just like, well, this is next to one of my triples, so probably safe.
Yeah. You're like, well, I've got a lot of a cabe or a wall here already, so yeah. I like, yeah. I can see that, but it's interesting that I always like Kokushi because I can fold out of it though. I
can never bring myself to fold out of it. It takes the fourth tile to get me to fold Kokushi.
Oh really?
Do
you know what, Jen? I've got a very weak heart, so at the first chance of a fold, I'm there folding like a crazy person. So.
My
this is why I don't win mahjong much.
Astronomical because I just hate folding, especially online. I don't know why online feels so bad for me to fold.
I think, I do think that the online environment encourages a little more aggression. I'm not sure if it's because when you're actually looking at the player and you've seen them reach and you can see the confidence in their draws and discards, if that just kind of edges you towards the fold decision. I did notice a few people commenting on the can, like there's a lot more cans than they expected in this event. I haven't seen many personally, but I thought that was kind of interesting because I think can is quite an aggressive move as well. Certainly,
I think it might be that we're
volatility.
we're seeing more hands than you would in a normal tournament, maybe.
That's true.
I mean, in 4 hours, we're getting like 7-8 games in, so that's quite a high rate.
A lot. Yeah. I mean, certainly one takeaway I'm going to have from, because I did some review of my hands, because I played 4. I didn't want to play anymore because I did kind of want to review why I was doing so badly. And from my takeaway, I felt I wasn't calling enough. I wasn't being aggressive enough, personally. I needed to just sort of get my hand out there and start collecting those yaku. I wasn't doing that, which is a pretty common problem for me. I think other people have the other problem, but if you're like me, then, and you think, well, I need to, because I think there's a bit of a fashion, right? If you're playing pros, you don't want to call too often because at least in some of the Western communities, there's this idea that calling is less professional, and that's totally not true.
No, I'd say calling is the only reason why you see pros calling less is because they understand that what it takes to be a good caller.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I think that I think it's going to come up in some of the Prost episodes, but calling takes so much skill that the only people who are really proficient at it are doing it as professionals. So you see some of the M-Leaguers like Kobayashi Go and I think it was Sonoda. And, like some of those players are Hori. Like those kind of players.
Hori is infamous, but yeah.
Right, so if they don't feel like they are that good at calling, then they just won't.
Yeah. But then I guess that's if you're feeling, well, actually, I have been sort of playing close, I have been, then just push the lever, just push it to the next extreme, just call. You can play games on Run in between these sessions, so you just jump on midweek after work. if the players are there, depending on your time zone, jump on when there's actually players on Run, and just try playing a very cally game and see how that impacts your results. Like, there's no point doing the same thing over and over again if you're not getting the scores you need.
There are a lot more players on Run lately, though.
Yeah, I mean,
because of the ROTL.
Because
I think the first
Every time you say it, I feel like you're an
session-
engineer.
You're gonna get used. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's because you're a ROTL. It's because of your ROTL, Gemma. You need
Yes.
to get some oil in that ROTL.
The ROTL has oiled the Ron machine. I think they said that the first session, the first ROTL session, was the highest traffic. I think Ron or Tenho has ever had it once. Maybe I don't know if he said Tenho, but definitely for Ron. And maybe because Tenho is happening at the same time, so I think Suno counts them together.
Yeah,
So it was the highest traffic in history.
that's
of the
amazing.
site, yeah.
Well done, guys. We did it. We almost broke Tenho/Ron. Tinacro has a great comment there that I really like. He says that I think pros have a strong culture of reading, and calling gets you more exposed to being read too.
True.
And yeah, that's entirely true. But I think they're also, it's all these overlapping skills, which is why it's a struggle, right? But they also have a better idea of the value of their hand on the table, not just that sort of isolated value of their hand. Oh, well, like this could be a mangan, but the value of the hand in comparison to the other potential hands that are being played by the other players.
Yep.
And these are high level skills. I'm not going to tell you I'm very good at them. I recognize they exist. I've identified the gaps in my own play. And I guess I'll come back to what I said in the very beginning. Despite my very poor start and recognizing, well, this is a much higher skill environment than the opportunities I usually get to play in, this is going to be my journey, right? And I think by the end of this, I am going to be a significantly better player. And I'll be able to recognize these things. And I hope that this is a story that will be true for almost everyone who participates, unless you're already super, super, super good. And then, well, please don't hurt me.
No, I'm actually reading books in between the sessions as well. I'm going through the Uzaku books.
Oh, yeah?
Because I need them so badly.
You see, I'm really distracted by Kuroki's books about Mahjong community more at the moment. I just don't want to read strategy books. I just like the drama, man. I just like the drama.
Yeah. I'm staying out of so much of the drama. I guess I should read up on it. Because I always like when I see someone and they say something, I'm like, oh what? That happened? What
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, once the drama's published in a book, it's not really drama anymore, right? Like, it's not the good drama. It's
I mean, the thing is, there's so much that he's definitely not publishing. That's the good stuff.
Exactly. That's the good stuff. That's what. Come on, Kuroki. Should get Kuroki as a guest on here and see if we can get him to talk.
He would come. I don't know if he'd wake up this early, but he would come for sure.
Yeah, I think we'd have to go the other way and have him on really late. He seems like a night owl.
True, yeah. He usually does his spaces around 11:30 p.m. JST. Yeah. So
if you don't, so Kuroki is like, and Jenn, correct me, like he is a player, but he also does a lot of the management of players. The sort of, is he still the marketing person for JPML?
Like he never actually was. He just kind of, they just kind of made him do it.
This sounds very Japanese to me. Yeah, okay.
So he just kind of ended up doing all that stuff, but he was never actually supposed to be the marketing person.
He does a lot of promotion of Mahjong community stuff, right? He has a good in on all the players who are kind of up and coming. He knows what's happening. If there's gossip, for sure Kuroki knows it. So he's a super fun guy as well. I'm a big Kuroki fan personally. But
no, he was doing that and not getting paid, so I think they actually found someone to pay for it, and he didn't want to do it. That's why they didn't just pay him for doing it. I see. But he writes some really interesting kind of note. Is like, I don't know what you call note. It's like a blogging site, but it's more like Medium, right? And but he writes some stuff, and I really like his stuff. So that's my crush from Kuroki. I didn't collect a lot, but Kazunori Takizawa, from the Mahjong Fight Club M League team. He posted his team. He's on Team 1859.
Mm-hmm. 1859. What happened in
Don't
1859?
know.
Okay.
It could be an R rating. It could be a year.
Oh, that's true. Okay, could be an hour. Okay.
No idea what is going on there. But on day 2, oh my god! So he posted the 4 players. So the first player, he said he left the names out to protect the
Protect the innocent.
yeah, protect somebody. So one player got plus 31, I think, with 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place, 2nd place. Another player plus 22, 4th place, 4th place, 3rd place, 1st place, 2nd place. So 5 games. We have 4 games, 5 games. The 3rd person plus 44 with 2 last places, 2 first places, and 1 3rd place. So it must have been big first places and small 4th places, which that's important as well. You might get 4th, but try and minimize it.
Mm-hmm.
And the 3rd place, I don't know. Wait, what? Okay, I thought it was plus 31, but maybe it's... The last number is 324122423. And I would assume that was the placing.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry. No, I totally read this wrong. It's they're both placing. So the first one, the player only played 2 games and got 3rd place and 1st place. So he hasn't actually put the scores on. God, I feel dumb.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and the first day they got 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place, 2nd place. Okay.
Yeah.
So overall in this 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 20, 25. They have 29 games for their team total. And 1st places is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
6, only 7 1st places out of 29.
That's a lot of 4s and 3s there.
Lots of 4s and 3s.
Yeah.
Just a few seconds. So, I mean, it's almost 25% 1st place. So look, this is a fully pro team.
If Takizawa's struggling, I mean, geez, you're in good company.
Yeah, it's a fully pro team, and they only have 7 out of 29 1st places. So, just go for it.
Yeah, just as a cute aside for the nerds, the anime nerds, I didn't realize that one of the teams, do you know that anime movie that got really big here, Your Name, Kimi no Nawa?
Oh yeah, it was pretty big here too, and
yeah, so they've got Kimi ... no Nawa ... and then they put the English What's Your Name? Yeah, it was a good movie. Terrible to translate though. Whoever was on that translation team, I felt sorry for them at almost every line.
So not like totally into anime. I guess I only watched the end though, so my kid was watching it and I jumped in the end.
Oh really?
And I was like,
it was quite entertaining. I only ever watch the big stuff now. I don't. Yeah. Although my kid's now really into this kid show called Shimajiro. Jenn would know it for sure.
Oh, did you order it?
No, we can get it on YouTube.
Oh, you're just watching the videos. Okay. So the Shimajiro thing is Benesse.
Yeah.
It's actually like an entire study program.
Yeah.
From 0 to 6. So both my kids have gone through it. Yeah. And the first one was like, I have to do study. Blah. The second one is like she just goes through the books. I'm like, wow, you like to study, right? And it comes with workbooks, and then it comes with a toy every month. And so you never have to buy toys, and they're education.
Yeah, I think we've got a subscription like that for the UK. Yeah, as you said, I don't have to go find toys.
She just opens it up and starts working, and I said, wow, do you really like to study, don't you? And she's like, no. Like, what? And she's like, they just keep coming. She feels this obligation to fill out all the workbooks.
But yeah, if you're learning Japanese and you're watching adult anime and you're like, geez, this is hard to follow. Why is my Japanese not getting better? Because if you're watching Your Name and you're not understanding the Japanese, that's fine. Just watch Shimajiro. The topics are much more close to home. one of them chokes on her food one day. It's very, very, mundane. But yeah, if you're learning Japanese, I really recommend just watching kids TV, because my Japanese has improved since having to watch that for 30 minutes every single morning. I feel fairly confident now, as long as we're going to stick to stories about how you should chew your food properly.
Were we on stories about that?
That's this is the key problems in Shimajiro land.
It's a serious issue,
properly.
though. I think, there has been some incidents, so serious issue. Don't give your kids whole grapes.
Mochi as well. Do not. Even adults should be careful with mochi. It seems all fun and games until you swallow it.
All right, this was a nice casual show, but I think we're gonna wrap it up.
I know we've taken it too casual, maybe. I had to.
I think it's okay. It's okay. We got the serious stuff with the commentary, and then we have some pod. It's basically podcast. But
if people can share more highlights,
yeah,
that would be great, because
I know you shared a bunch. It's hard to go through with the general chat, so please put them in the highlights channel. And also, we just had so much with the first Yukon Fuji broadcast. There was just so much to prepare. But it's only once a month right now, so we'll have more time to prepare this show next week. Tell your friends.
And if you're not a streamer and you just want to share the replay, that's fine. Just tell us which bit you think is particularly interesting, so we can focus on that, because
you can post the replay link and then just say East 4 or whatever.
Exactly. We'll so or Oras. I really like Oras, so please give me Oras. But it's don't feel you have to share your face.
Yeah, thank you everyone in the chat. We had a couple of our commentators, both Tips and Kyril, were in the chat. Zhao's a big friend of all of us, and lots of familiar names. Thank you guys so much.
And go back and watch the Yukon Fuji VODs. They are, and give us feedback, because it's a really exciting project that Jenn has got off the ground. And I know that Jenn would like more input, make sure that we're getting it better and better, so it's where you need it to be as well.
Yeah, I mean, right now the input is Jenn needs to pay attention to the hands better, because they're going around in a circle. It's so hard.
Oh, I wasn't paying. I just kept derailing to talk about things I like.
Well, you can do this on this show as well. We'll have another one next week, I think. Are we gonna do? Is this time better for you?
I don't mind. You can decide what's better for you.
I know we've been doing the Yukon. Well, we've had the whole 3 vodcasts we've had so far. We're an hour earlier than this one, but if this time is better, this time works for me too. So.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, and maybe I think I really want to get some guests at some point as well, so we'll try and work on that, because it'd be good to hear directly from some of the people. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but it would be cool. At least definitely get your hands, and we'll try and get the results faster. I don't know if there's a way we can do that.
Yeah, the results might be. I mean, maybe we need to just move the show to a day after the results come out.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That works for me too, but.
And yeah, we need an actual Excel file, because a posted image on a website is very Japan. Maybe a bit too Japan.
Well, we'll figure something out. Anyway, there will be one show next week, whether it's Sunday or Monday. We'll let you know. Check out the WRC Discord. I'm posting the things in my Discord. Like and subscribe, please. There's only 4 likes on the video, dudes and dudettes and neithers. Come on, one of those is mine.
Oh, really? You can like our own videos? I didn't know that. There you go. There's another one.
I mean, it's shaded, so it must be mine. Okay, I'll go log in my other account and like it too.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Anything else?
Thank you for watching. Yeah, I think we plugged it all.
It says stream starting soon. This is supposed to be a thanks for watching. So, see ya.